Hello YouTube, DonTheCrown here, and once again we're back with another special map here on the map, or on the canvas, or on the atlas, wherever we're calling this thing, and it is Untainted Paradise. Now, this is a map that gives you a massive amount of experience, 564 increased experience, and I did basically everything in my power to try to get Breach onto this, get +1 level onto this thing, and it didn't take it. And when I say I did everything, I pretty much cleared every single map around it for the most part to try to get this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 towers to put any modifier on this. And you can see all of the different mods that are on this right now, and no dice. So it doesn't seem like you can get Breach or Delirium or anything else onto Untainted Paradise for whatever reason, which is really, really unfortunate. But it kind of is what it is. So let's go in here and slap something in. We're going to put on a tier 16, so at least we get a little bit more experience. This one's a little bit scary because it has massive critical strike chance and critical strike damage. So hopefully we just explode and die. We're starting off here at level 91 with 68% XP. And we'll see how much we get. It should really just be like 5 or 6 maps work. So it shouldn't be all that much. Now the mobs in here do not drop any loot. No loot at all. And in the initial PoE1, when I first started playing, if you got this type of map, you would actually like do a whole rotation with it, or you would like try to sell it. That is a new mob type I've never seen before. And this was also a map that was kind of known for being a little bit of a noob killer at the same time. Especially early on, there was Devourer mobs that were extremely brutal. They would like unearth themselves, like these guys basically. And yeah, this Bramble Burrower, they would pop up out of the ground instantly. And in the very first frame that they would be like attackable, they would swipe and do a lot of damage. And I definitely have a fond memory of my friend Seth getting unburrowed on by a whole ton of these guys and just getting absolutely annihilated. Now, granted, in PoE1, you could go and get yourself a, a second portal into your map, unlike PoE2 here. So it wasn't that big of a deal besides like losing the XP. This was also a great zone in PoE1 for leveling up gems, because gems would get experience as opposed to like having to just level them up. So I don't know if this is honestly going to be nearly as good. In fact, like right now the layout hasn't been all that great. It doesn't really feel super duper thick. And wow, we are already at less than 200 monsters remaining. Which is rather disappointing to me. And today we're testing out Bold Lightning as opposed to the Winter Orb thing in order to trigger our bell. Because I think it's going to be a little bit cheaper on the mana. And mana has definitely been a little bit of an issue. Especially as we continue to level up our Ice Strike here. We hit level 19 on it. And it has like 50 mana per attack, which is pretty wild. The mana cost of skills, especially a melee attack, seems to go absolutely kind of unreasonably high for some reason. Like I think you get 3.17% like more damage or so, or at least on my little calculator that I built. And then the mana cost goes up by like 13-14%. Which, very, very high. Yeah, so far this has been rather disappointing. That's it. There's no boss. In the old Untainted Paradise, there was a room where basically there was a boss monster or a heavy elite monster of every single monster type all in the same room. And so it was kind of a wild room to pop into for your first time. So I was kind of expecting something like that again. But yeah. This is our, we've seen two different types of unique maps now. The unique vendor map and this map. And gotta say, not overly impressed with this one. The layout is pretty bad, I think. It's not like very wide open, just feels very, I don't know, checkerboardy. Like lots of lanes. For like this being an Untainted Paradise, it feels like it has a lot of roads, basically. I was kind of expecting like a little bit of open fields almost. This definitely has like not that vibe. I'm gonna go until we get down to less than 50 monsters remaining. We're at 44. I'm just gonna keep clearing a little bit. Doesn't really feel like much density, which is, I don't know, just this is disappointing. I can't remember exactly how much experience we started off with, but I was expecting this to give me like a solid 20% at this point. Like we're not low level, but we're also not really all that high level. Running a tier 16 map, I feel like I kind of wasted my time trying to juice this up. Like I think if I had Breach on there, I probably would have gotten as many mobs as we got just naturally. So yeah, we ended at 74%. And there you go. That's Untainted Paradise. I guess just run it and when you see it, but it's not necessarily all that great. And don't try to like get the towers to affect it because it doesn't seem to work. Hopefully this video helps. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Should they buff this? I kind of feel like they should buff this. This felt lame. See you soon.